it's very pleasant to taste. And when you combine all these things together, all the garlic, the onion, and the meatballs, it makes a very, very nice flavor. And then the sriracha sauce gives it a very nice kick too. Hey everybody, Kaiden here, and I am on my 5th or 6th week of quarantining. I have no idea now. All of the days are becoming the same, which is driving me nuts. But the only thing that I seem to be finding joy out of is making tons of recipes with my mom and dad. So today I'm going to show you how to make pho. And this is my grandmother's recipe, and my mom makes it too. But hers is pretty good, but I'm going to say that my grandmother's is great. So to make the broth for this pho, you will only need to be using 5 simple ingredients. These 5 ingredients are beef tendon, onion, ginger, and this beef flavored pho soup base. So I'm going to be making this legendary pho recipe with the pho master, aka my grandma. First, boil the meat for 15 minutes. So the reason why we're boiling this for 15 minutes is to get rid of all the scum so we have a nice clear broth. So now we're going to discard the water and rinse off the meats. So look at all the scum, we're going to get rid of all of this. Alright, this meat is all rinsed off and there's no more scum on it. First, bring a pot of water to a boil. Then add in your onion, ginger. Now add all of the meats. Now we're going to add the contents of the package. And inside there should be 2 of these bags, and you're going to want to put basically everything in here. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of salt. Now we're gonna let this boil for about an hour or until the meat is super soft and tender. Okay, so our broth has been boiling for about an hour, and now it's time to put in our meatballs and let it cook in there for a few minutes. And here are the meatballs that we're going to use. These are beef meatballs. Now these are different than your normal Swedish or Italian meatballs. These can be used in many different Asian dishes, and this one, you usually use it for pho. Okay, now that our pho broth is done, all we need to do is add noodles, and then once we serve our bowls, we'll be able to add our favorite toppings. So these are the noodles that we like to use. Now these are fresh rice stick noodles, so these aren't going to be like ramen. They're not wheat or egg based, this is just a rice based noodle. Okay, now we are putting the broth in our noodles. Alright guys, so here is our version of pho. This is my grandma's recipe, and if you didn't know, I am actually half Laotian. So this is how we eat it. We have all of these toppings, and these are the ones that my family use. So here we have some peanuts, which unfortunately I'm allergic to. We have some lime, green onions and cilantro. We have sriracha, white pepper. We have fried garlic, which I love to put on my pho. It gives a nice zing to it. Then we have some salt, some oyster sauce, fish sauce, and then my sister's favorite, which is the fried onions. So I am going to assemble my bowl of pho, but unfortunately we do not have 2 ingredients that I usually put in my bowl of pho. We do not have bean sprouts and we do not have basil, and we didn't want to go out to the store and get it because of coronavirus, but it will still taste really good just with these ingredients. So I'm going to add a little bit of some of this green onion right here. I'll get a little bit more because I really love green onions. And now I'm going to add some fried garlic into my bowl. And it tastes very, very nice. Just add a little bit. And I think I'll add some fried onions. Oops. Okay, there we go. I'll just add a little bit of that. And with bites, I usually like to put some sriracha on. So I'm going to take a bite of my pho. I'm going to try to put as much ingredients as I can in one bite. So I'll just cap it off with a meatball, and there we go. We got some of the garlic, the onions, and the green onions. And then I like to put a little bit of sriracha on top of my bites. And yes, that's a little bit for me. And let's take a bite. Mmm. It's a classic. This is one of my most favorite foods ever. Yeah, it's very, very tasty. These rice noodles, they're not like ramen noodles, which are either made up of wheat or egg. It's a nice flavor, and it complements the beef broth very well. Now, it's kind of a complex flavor, but once you get to know it, it tastes really, really amazing. For example, in many packaged phos, for example, like a packaged chicken pho, it would just have a simple flavor of chicken, but this has many flavors of the melted down and simmered pieces of the beef. It's very juicy and it's very pleasant to taste. And when you combine all these things together, all the garlic, the onion, and the meatballs, it makes a very, very nice flavor. And then the sriracha sauce gives it a very nice kick too, a very nice kick of heat. And then with the meatballs, you can cap it off just like with spaghetti. So I usually like to twirl it around and then make these like pre-made little clumps. Then when I'm ready, I take this, spin it around with my chopsticks, and then to the side of the bowl, takes a little bit of skill. You poke your chopsticks in, and then you can grab some things like green onions onto it, and then you can take a big bite. And you can add many more things too. I'm not a big fan of cilantro, so that's why I just get the regular green onions. But it's a very wonderful taste, and I hope you guys would be able to make this dish because it's just amazing. So what's amazing about pho is that it's very customizable, and say if you don't like green onions, well, you can add many different things onto it, and everybody has their own personalities, everybody has their own likings, and with a bowl of pho, it's like its own country itself. You get different flavors, and then if you are really liking spicy stuff like me, you might put a lot of sriracha in it. Or if you like a more fishy flavor, you can put tons of fish sauce and oyster sauce in it. And this one is great for my liking because I love garlic and onions. And these meatballs really tie the dish together. Okay guys, so this is how you make my grandma's pho. It is amazing, and I want to give a big thanks to her. She helped me while making this pho. It's very tasty, and I do recommend you guys to try it. It's a flavor that isn't simple. It has many different personalities to it. It's like a person. It is very tasty, and it just is very, very nice, very comforting, especially on a cold winter day or even on a hot summer day. And it is best paired with a cold drink, so I have some Ramune here, and I'll open this up. Whew. That is definitely a flavor that I will never get old. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Stay safe.